You are standing in the middle of the desert. Around you there is nothing but sand, blazing sun, and the growing feeling that leaving home today may not have been your smartest decision. But don't panic. In this video, I'll show you how to survive in the desert step by step. And trust me, if I'm still alive to tell this story, you have a good chance to. The first thing to do when lost in the desert is simple. Stop and observe. Don't start running around like you're desperately searching for free Wi-Fi. Every step burns energy and water. Find any bit of shade you can, even a small rock. The desert sun is basically a giant oven, and you definitely don't want to become the main dish. Water is the most important thing for survival. Without it, the human body can only last a few days. If you have water with you, take small sips instead of drinking it all at once like you just finished a marathon. Divide your water carefully and make it last. Unfortunately, the desert does not have a convenience store open 24/7. Next, focus on finding shade. If there are no trees or large rocks, you can create shade using your backpack, jacket, or anything you have. It might seem like a small thing, but lowering your body temperature saves a lot of water. In the desert, shade is as valuable as strong Wi-Fi in a crowded cafe. The best time to move in the desert is early morning or late afternoon. During the middle of the day, the heat can drain your energy very quickly. Rest during the hottest hours. If you suddenly feel motivated to run at noon, remember, the sun is not your best friend today. Cover your body with long clothing if possible. It might sound strange when it's hot, but loose clothing protects your skin from direct sunlight and slows water loss. People who live in deserts have been doing this for centuries. If they've survived there for thousands of years, they probably know what they're doing. Always look for signs of life. Birds circling overhead, insects, or animal tracks can sometimes lead you to water. And if you happen to see a camel walking somewhere, following it might not be a bad idea. Camels usually know the desert better than lost tourists. Desert nights can become surprisingly cold. Save your clothes and prepare some kind of shelter before sunset. A shallow hole in the sand or the sheltered side of a large rock can help block the wind. Many people think deserts are always hot, but when the sun disappears, the temperature can drop faster than your phone battery during a gaming session. If you have a mirror, phone screen, or anything reflective, use it to signal for help. Reflected sunlight can be seen from very far away. Aim it toward planes or distant people. Sometimes a small flash of light is enough to catch someone's attention and save your life. Mark your path if you decide to move. Use rocks to create arrows or symbols in the sand. This helps rescue teams find you and prevents you from walking in circles. Believe it or not, many lost people end up traveling in circles without realizing it. Pay attention to signs of dehydration, dizziness, dry mouth, extreme fatigue, or headaches. If you notice these symptoms, stop immediately and rest in the shade. Trying to act like a tough action movie hero rarely ends well in the desert. Look for greener plants or clusters of vegetation. These areas sometimes indicate underground water. Try digging gently in low areas or near plant roots. Occasionally, damp sand or water may appear after digging for a while. It doesn't always work, but it's worth the effort. Avoid eating too much food if you are low on water. Digestion requires water, and eating can make dehydration worse. It may sound sad, but your stomach will eventually understand even if it complains loudly. Keep your mindset positive. Survival is not only physical, it's mental too. If you convince yourself that everything is hopeless, your body will give up faster. Instead, think of it as an extreme camping trip, just with slightly more sand than expected. If you have a phone but no signal, turn it off to save battery. Turn it on occasionally to check for reception. In survival situations, phone battery power can be as valuable as gold. Create a large ground signal. Use rocks, branches, or any materials to form the letters SOS. Make it as big as possible so it can be seen from the air. Big enough that even a pilot drinking coffee might notice it. Study the landscape carefully. Valleys and lower ground are more likely to collect water than high sand dunes. If you must choose a direction to travel, heading toward lower terrain is usually the smarter option. If you encounter small desert animals, stay calm. Most of them prefer to avoid humans. The important rule is simple: Do not touch them. Some desert creatures are small, but surprisingly unfriendly. Move slowly and steadily to conserve energy. Walking on sand requires much more effort than walking on solid ground. Take calm, consistent steps and rest whenever necessary. Wind can actually help you. If a breeze is blowing, stay in the shade and allow the wind to cool your body through your clothing. This simple trick can significantly lower your body temperature. If you have cloth or a scarf, lightly dampen it and place it around your neck. This helps cool the blood flowing to your brain and can make you feel much better in extreme heat. Avoid drinking your own urine. Movies often suggest it as a survival trick, but in reality, it can worsen dehydration because it contains salts and waste. Use the sun to help navigate. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. This simple knowledge can help you maintain direction if you don't have a compass. If you have a compass or GPS device, pick a single direction and stick to it. Constantly changing direction wastes energy and increases the chance of getting even more lost. Rest regularly. A good rule is to take a 10 to 15-minute break every hour while traveling. This helps your body recover and prevents exhaustion. Never walk barefoot on hot desert sand. The surface can become extremely hot and burn your feet quickly. Even old shoes are far better than bare skin. If possible, create a small shelter by digging a shallow pit and covering it with fabric or clothing. This can significantly reduce heat exposure. Always watch the sky. Passing airplanes might be your best chance of being spotted. Wave bright clothing or reflect sunlight to attract attention. If you hear vehicles or voices in the distance, signal immediately. Loud shouting or banging metal objects together can travel surprisingly far. Keep every item you have. A plastic bottle, a metal piece, or even a small rope can become extremely useful in survival situations. Avoid lying directly on hot sand during the day. Use clothing, a backpack, or anything available to create insulation between you and the ground. At night, conserve body heat by curling your body and covering yourself as much as possible. Desert nights can be colder than many people expect. If you are with other people, stay together. Small groups have a much higher survival chance than individuals. Divide responsibilities among group members. One person can watch the surroundings, another prepares shelter, and another searches for water signs. Never lose hope. Many people have survived days in the desert simply by staying calm and thinking clearly. Maintain slow, steady breathing. Calm breathing helps conserve energy and keeps your body from overheating. If you discover human traces like a path, tire tracks, or footprints, follow them carefully. They often lead to roads or settlements. Always remember, the goal is not to move fast. The goal is to survive longer. Desert survival is a battle of patience, intelligence, and careful decision-making. If you follow these principles, saving water, staying in shade, traveling at the right time, and creating rescue signals, your chances of survival increase dramatically. And hopefully, after watching this video, you'll never actually need to test these tips in real life.